underway here in NFL Week 4. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone.
Set! Behind set, ready!
54, watch 54. They can't hang with us.
Nice!
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Flacco. And right away, he lost the football. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch twist, watch.
Flacco. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30s. They come up 2nd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the young man was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready!
57.
I'm on.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big time tackle for no gain for the offense.
There's Foles. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of the old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It gets a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Dad! Black 80!
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here.
Red!
44. Mike, 44. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 44.
Really high!
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Flacco looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
I got you. Back.
Breaking out of the gun. Flacco. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets up a 1st and goal. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks, and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. But now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Dad, ready?
44.
We own them. We own them.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
3rd and goal. Flacco looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm going to run you over.
Now forward.
Outside coming.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on play, all those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season. They got it done on that one.
Go,
and
boys,
outcome,
bring it up.
the ball was delivered and picked up the completion.
First down, Jacksonville.
Let's go.
My God, 55.
I got him.
We got double tight. 4 down.
What we got?
Out.
4 down, a first down carry. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check safety.
Girl.
Hey, watch edge.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill.
Hey, silver.
Turn it up.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Tonight, 180!
55, Mike.
Here's a kick to Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The all-pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Boom!
And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's
Come on,
over.
baby. Let's
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun.
I got him. Back's mine. I got him. I got him.
You're over here. You're over here.
Check, check, check.
Flacco. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Fuck
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun.
Motion. Bump, 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 bump.
Look at the hot set. Away.
44. Mike,
Flacco
44.
got the gun.
I know he ain't got it.
And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Jaguars
Let's go,
take
fellas.
over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. That's what they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. That one completed behind Shark. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
We got 4.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Throwing on second and long. Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there.
Here we go.
It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Broncos take over at their own 14-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Here we go.
It's been
Here
very
we go.
much a slow start for
Here we
them.
go.
3 drives and just a 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ready, hard, step, away.
Seven's the mic. Let him know.
Ready, hard.
From the gun, Flacco. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
At the 17-yard line.
Set. Like 80.
Here we go. Man left.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Ready.
We remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join
defense, let's
who,
go.
Charles?
Pick it up,
The
G.
coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move
Hey, let's
on
get them
first down.
balls. 57. 57.
Passing play.
Set the tone,
Flacco.
defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Left side here, that's the tight end fan.
Wait.
23
Hard,
yards on the
ready.
play.
It's a gain of
This is his own defense.
Watch the curve.
Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Check 6 guys.
the Jaguars' 49-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Flacco. On the crossing route, complete. It's Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set.
Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check.
Red.
Hey, watch the ball.
Fofo's the mic.
Red.
Mike's Fofo.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, switch gears. 44.
They go pass again with Flacco.
Give me that ball, defense.
And that is incomplete.
Give me that ball,
Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the run. Mike's 47.
Once more, it's Flacco. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled in competition. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st down, Jaguars.
One play heads into the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 47-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ricky.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Tonight, relating.
You're not ready.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
You don't want no problem.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this really stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The Broncos take
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 9-yard line.
Put it on! Look
Check. 3 buzz.
Put it on, Jeff.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Yeah, baby.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Another run by Lindsey.
Come on, run to the ball.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Let's go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Dad! Lock 80!
1, 2, 3.
Put it on!
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That's
It's
what
a
I'm
loss
talking
of a
about.
yard
Nice
there,
hit,
and now
boy.
2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco, throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Coming again.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Look at the hot set! 20!
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
To pass, Flacco. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
We haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Be afraid of me.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go. Let's
Good
go.
work out to the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Check pass, check
From the
pass.
32 now,
Hey,
here's
right,
1st and
right.
10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
He'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
It's your game, baby.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Jaguars 7, Broncos 3.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready, hot, set, wait. Ready, hot, set, ready.
What's the run? Hey, they're running it.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Yeah, they should have known.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Let's
Good
go.
starting field
26
position for them here as they come up first and 10.
Check 13. Check.
What we got? What we got? Silent. Hey, silent one.
26, Mike. 26.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
The Jaguar first down.
Hey, here we go. I got you. I got you.
Mike.
Yes.
Tight, double tight. Even. 4 down. Even. Check.
What we got? What we got?
SOS.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
There's Foles. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Oh, yeah!
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Tight end right. 40.
Hey, silver.
26, Mike. You don't want number.
13.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Alert flare.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Be alert.
The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun give to Fournette. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Here, baby.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Who that?
Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Flacco. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Watch that in.
They've been very knowing each other's moves all game long. They've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Tonight, 180.
Crunch time, defense. Show an 8. Show.
Yes.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
4 down.
On 2nd and 9. Foles. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Yeah, that's right.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a third and long after that sack.
Watch 7. Watch 7. Check, bunt set.
Now Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. And be down at the 7-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
On 1st down, Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Bring it up.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now it's Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Situation. Let's go.
Now Flacco. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Flacco now on 4th. And no, it's incomplete.
There we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Yeah, go, let's go. Here we go.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Double dog, that's the way.
Silent.
Check. Check.
To go.
Throwing on second and 8. Foles. But his ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. That's a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I got one.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Zebra. What is it?
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
It's gonna be
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Hand off to Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's keep moving. Converge.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounces into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
What are you on? 180.
Mike Fofo. All day, dog.
Get on!
Pressure mounting. Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go, night, night. Go, night, night.
Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Pressure drops off as they look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce. Didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Tempo, tempo, tempo.
Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Jacksonville, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.